Sportsmanship is basically just respecting the athletes around you. I think that's one thing about cross country that's great is everybody's such a sport. Whether you win or lose, the winner always comes back, shakes everybody's hand. I mean, that's sportsmanship to me.
Going out there and being competitive, but then at the end of the game being able to recognize that, you know, everyone on the field is just there to win and just there to play the game that we love, especially at this level.
Sometimes you get caught up in the heat of the moment, but it's, you know, I think it's vital to keep everything in a good balance and keep your thoughts in check. And, you know, we're all in this together. We all go through things together across the country, and, you know, it's good for the game as a whole when we're able to do it in a sportsmanlike manner.
I think it's really important to show good sportsmanship for younger athletes also, so that they kind of look up to you and just you're kind of setting an example for them.
Sportsmanship is playing fair. I guess growing up that was the biggest thing that was taught to me as being on a team. It's important because there are other runners out there, and you need to be fair to them.
You get a little into the moment sometimes, and you try to get your way through a crowd, and things are, every now and then elbows are thrown and people's feelings are hurt, but if that happens, you just got to keep moving on.
It gets a little rough sometimes, and I'll admit I've lost my head a few times, but in the end you come to realize that it's just a race, and I think that's what sportsmanship's about, is just realizing that it's just a competition, and not life.
You do your best, and if you mess up, you move on to the next. You congratulate those that did well that day.
Sportsmanship to me means conducting yourself in a manner that represents yourself and your school in a positive light, congratulating the other team, being respectful to officials and fans, coaches, players.
It means just to respect your opponent and say if you beat them and you don't act like a fool in front of them, and you treat them with respect.
We love the game, and there's no reason for us not to have good sportsmanship around each other when we're all in here for the love of the game.
Having grace when you're competing, especially when you lose or you don't succeed.
Just being a good person, and even if someone has a bad race, picking them up and being hey, good job. I know it may not be the best race, but next time you're going to get your PR, or you're going to do better next time.
Always have respect. Always love the game and play passionately, but play within the rules of the game.
Having a positive attitude on the field and off the field to your teammates and other teams, just, being composed. Not only because I want to respect others, but I want them to respect me too.
Everything within boundaries, but respecting your other teammates and respecting the other team you're playing, and not being full of yourself. That's kind of what I think sportsmanship is.